Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as the pink French, we've got M8.MarineLorD. Spawn on top right side as the Ottomans, we have, or Sign Ottomans, we have EL.loueMT. I still don't know that actually that's the proper way to pronounce that. Do have a round of stone coming in, going for an early military academy. When it comes to map generation, let me go ahead and expand the mini-map a little bit. I've been doing this a little bit more recently. I thought it's a good idea. Of course, the French can eat Pumbaa, so got deer over here, and the boar and deer right over here as well. Two small gold deposits behind, so he has a safe amount of gold. Of course, this map has a good number of small gold and stone deposits in the middle. No large deposits in this map, looks like. Lone pair down here. Ottoman player has boar and deer next to each other, but Ottoman's of course Islamic, and eating Pumbaa is haram. And it looks like the Ottoman player has two stone deposits behind. Wonder how that will impact. He could probably just simply ignore it. The other gold deposit he spawns on his side of the map is way over here, effectively part of the middle part of the map. So Ottoman got a little bit worse spawn there, I would say overall. Just because of that gold placement. He does not get advanced berries. So yeah, I think the French map generation is simply better. Now that school of cavalry now being established, the Ottoman player has enough resources at the moment. Let's see what he goes for. Twin Metaris being employed in the field. Gives you 4 fast collecting berry deposits. Very nice. One thing he could do as well, the Ottoman player has some free, or a free spearman, and soon be another free spearman. He could keep those guys on defensive because you know it's the French. The Chamber of Commerce is incredibly rare. Just fast forward a little bit there, since it is, of course, still the economic phase. Players, did lose a spearman there. Players being their landmarks, nothing too significant. For those who are unfamiliar with my live streams, I tend to fast forward through the Age 1 aspect because there's not much more to talk about. I try to get an idea on what the map generation would be like and go from there. Looks like Pink will get his school heavy build slightly before the twin meta race. And do have initial Royal Knight being put in the field, so no sort of scout play for the professional scouts. Does go ahead and shank the Spearman a little bit. The Spearman does 7 damage, has 80 health. Villagers in Age has 50 health and 6 damage. Of course, far worse attack speed, but that Spearman all by himself can easily get shanked. And the French is going for professional scouts. Okay, going for an early Royal Knight in order to apply some pressure. Keep his opponent at bay, allowing him to advance and start. So he can start securing some of the delicious venison in the map. This one's likely not obtainable, but this one is definitely obtainable, and Pink likely did scout it out. Wheelbarrow being researched, of course, got the first of 0 point on almost available. Do have supply queued on up, but it is from the military academy, so 2 spearmen on the map. It says here, Sign had destroyed a value of 50. Did he find a lone villager I wasn't paying close enough attention to already? That must have been the case. Yeah, it looks. Granted, the French do have faster villager production or faster town center work rates. May have missed them killing off a villager there, which would be a nice little pick. My apologies. And of course, in Age of Empires 4, there's no kill counters, which is available from previous versions of this engine, like in Couple Years 2. But I could easily see that's something being removed to save some performance. Kills off a piece of deer there, and is going to try to grab some of this delicious venison. It's going to be taking a long way back home. I think just a moment of opportunity sort of aspect. Of course, it does. The horse can't even trot with that weight. And now the scout's going to try to canter away without the venison. Because got a guy with a sword and guy with a spear coming after you. And when it comes to a scout for scout, it actually is pose a credible threat since it does do plus 10 damage versus scouts. Of course, you can use your scouts to counter all your opponent's scouts. And if that happens, then you can pull out scouts to counter your opponent's scouts. If your opponent decides to pull out more scouts to counter your scouts, you can guide for building more scouts to help counter those scouts. And so on and so forth. Another Royal Knight, 1 on the field, 2 on the field, third one on the way. 5 scouts on the field. This one will be grabbing one of these pieces of venison. And looks like Peek's now eyeing for the venison here now. Royal Knight and Archers advance way forward. Do have the scout over there. Do have the Royal Knight King stabbed a little bit. And it does throw some rounds there for the towns of the watchtower. Not too much damage there. Royal Knights do have good armor.
Attention. Novos ordinaires.
Si, comprendo.
Spahi pushing way forward. Scouts may get picked off here by the Spahi and the Scout. He can activate the Fortitude ability and increase attack speed. I think people should use this ability more often. Granted, I understand we're not trying to use it while in melee combat. But when you are getting hit by ranged units or by no units, even something simple as a scout, probably a good idea just to pop it. Good number of Sipahi there. We do have now the range damage being researched by the French. Of course, he does get free melee damage as well. Which does actually help out his horsemen. Now improves the horseman's damage for free up to 10, making so it's a little bit more divisible, taking out villagers. Scout will go down, not big surprise. Royal Knights do get a good charge attack there. Does get a hit. Kill off that scout there. Drops the piece of venison there. I see the Q order in order to try to quickly pick it back on up. Right now the French player has gone for Royal Knight Archers. And now got +1 range armor now being researched. Four Royal Knights here, 4 Sipahi, so not much the Sipahi can do against that. Sipahi do have double damage versus range, so a bit more effective, far more effective than regular horsemen. And their attack speed is still normal though. Archers and Royal Knights now advancing. Quite a large number of Royal Knights in the field. Their value on the field, though, is quite equal. And the Ottoman player is going for a good number of hardened spearmen. Which I don't know exactly where they're at the moment. There they are. His first Vizier point went to Intolling Hills and then went to Military Campus. Then probably eye for the advanced campuses, advanced academies. Good damage there on the villager. And we take it out. Oh, nope, got distracted there. Takes out the spearman. We'll start set ablaze the outpost. War Knights do get better charge attack there. Takes out those Sipahi. Archers do back on off. War Knights charge away forward. Good volleys there onto the spearmen. They set a step away, but he's going to go on in. He can engage the Sipahi if he's Royal Knights. Can't really gauge the spearmen all too much. They set a step there. Cyan and Pink are really punched into each other. So then Archer starts going down. Right now, Cyan just needs a general A move forward with a little bit of micro move for the Sipahi. And there is an exit that direction. Charge attack there does get a decent amount of damage there. Sipahi and Spearman still pursuing though. Local Doggo gets in the fray. These guys who fall back, we got all of these forces trying to fall back, so quite wounded they are. And got the Sipahis now pushing, rotating back on in, trying to get some hits there on these villagers. Royal Knights and Archers trying to intercept, which he does. He does have +1 melee damage and range armor versus +1 melee damage, range damage, and melee armor. Chivalry now being researched. A number of these Royal Knights need to be healed on up. This will pay for itself if they stay alive long enough. Spotlight push way forward once again. Fortitude ability was used in the last conflict. Mid Imperial Armory now being deployed in the field. This, of course, will give him free siege weapons. One that's in range of the blacksmith. Don't think so. Oh, probably should reduce the minimap size. My apologies. Pumbaa does go down there. Yeah, I don't see the aura effect there. Likely this will be out of range. There's no blacksmith there, so we'll be in range of a blacksmith. Or gold mining, stone mining technology. Bit of health regen there on those Royal Knights. Head Imperial Army is almost complete. Villagers do go down there. Spearmen now advancing. Archers start to step away, getting some good damage. Oh, got Janissary's point of view. He uses Janissary companies. I don't like that Vizier, but he does bring it in. Archers, of course, will do bonus damage versus light gunpowder units, but Janissaries do great bonus damage versus these Royal Knights, so I have a feeling it's going to be a heavy Janissary game, and likely not too many Arvoteers, but I'm going to be eyeing for more Archers. If the opponent goes for more Janissaries, you'll probably mix in a lot of supply to go along with them.
Düşmana mukabil hazırım. Azime giderim. Yol kat eylerim. Hedefleri tespit eylerim. Sen sükûne arzu eylersen. İcra eylerim.
Upper Royal Knights tree over here. Got some spearmen and Janissaries to set. French player has enough gold to age up, needs a bit more food. Kind of going for more archers.
Felice et beat.
Aleyhlerim. Düşmanları buldum.
Asakir, dakik olun. Asakir, benim ile gelin. Peşim sıra gelin.
Sign does, of course, fall back. And we do have the first 3 mangonel on the field to help engage those archers.
Silah muhatap emir eyler. Emrin ol.
Archers over here. I wonder if Paul be able to go to the Guild Hall, though the Royal Institute does give access to a decent amount of early upgrades. It could be very nice for the Master Royal Knights in the field. He is going for the Guild Hall.
Obedio. Ambula. Si, comprendo.
Spahi, Spearmen, and Janissaries push forward. Right now there's 20 Janissaries, nearly 20, soon to be 21 Spahi, and soon to be 26 Spearmen. Village to back off of Pumbaa, which actually, there's Pumbaa. Oh, I'm clicking on it. It does have half its food remaining, so still a good amount of food there. Got the Veteran Royal Knight, Veteran Archer, and the Canted Saddles. Signs starting to fall back there. Monastery being south, trying to grab some relics. Cyan has not gotten any imams in the field, so likely there's no mosque on the field. He has 2 Vizier points remaining. Likely Advanced Academy would be a mandatory pick. It generally is. And he can go for anything the rest. A lot of good stuff there. Veteran Archer is almost complete. And those villagers may or may not go down. He's currently trying to clip this deer carcass there. I'm not sure where the drop-off location or how they got there. Royal Knights pushing their way forward, a little bit on the way backwards. Cyan rotating the force around, Pink backing on off through that little gap there. Spahi move around, does get hit by this outpost. Spahi backing on off, archers pursuing. Of course, Spahi has accounted the archers. Some Royal Knights being rotated on in. My apologies. Royal Knights pushing against those Spahi. And now forward. You have now these villagers, of course, clicking up the last that large wood deposit. Sign has still a good force here. Janissaries do find a volley there. Mangonel trying to push way forward. Janissaries, of course, going to be very useful against these Royal Knights. Archers, of course, we could counter them. Right now, if Pink had answer to these Spahi, Pink will have a pretty decent defense, but right now there's a lot of massive arm as well. Council now, of course, Garrison. Mangonel's advancing. 0 point with something. It was for the early bombard, so it looks like Sign's going to try to close out the game sooner rather than later. So early great bombard now deployed on the field.
Ateş eylerler.
Monk does get taken out there, so no relic for Pink there. Pink's claimed one relic and has picked up another. That farm is now on fire. And now full destroyed. Got stoned to death. Spy is starting to go on down there. Pink has so far killed off 8 workers, Science killed off 0. And now do you have the town center, the capital under fire by the early Great Bombard. The early Great Bombard does offer plus 400 versus buildings at a slow attack speed. Mangonel straight forward. Gets a good volley there. The capital is almost set ablaze. The capital has been set ablaze. Pink does not have any other town centers on the field at the moment. But does have enough stone for another. So this capital is not necessarily horrible. Do now have a keeping establishment over here as well. Providing cost reduction to these nearby structures. Of course, for annihilation structure, we need to take out the guild hall and the school cavalry as well as this capital. Capital has been destroyed. Magno is pushing the way forward. Bombard hits a house, and a relic picked up somewhere. Science picked up 2 relics. Pink has picked up 1 and has claimed 2. The monastery is right there. A distractionary roll. Oh, that's not distractionary. Oh, what? What? It got killed after it died and became neutral. It was in the neutral part of the death. And now there's a bunch of neutral veteran royal knights, but they do have also chivalry. Oh. I think I can explain. Do you remember how it seemed like in previous patches, whenever Archer attacked the location unit and there's in like a castle or keep, kept on shooting that same carcass, and it kept on firing a lot of arrows that just was wasteful? I think they fixed that. Upon death becomes a neutral entity. So the monk, who was a neutral entity at the time, finished the conversion, and thus allowing neutral get the conversion of those royal knights. So that's my hypothesis of what happened there. And mini-map. We do not see the knights on the mini-map as a white dot or anything like that sort. So apparently neutral is transparent on the mini-map, if that makes any sense. So that actually could be just transparent as a color, if that makes any poor sense there. Or neutral is actually transparent rather than white. I don't know. Just theories at the moment.
Hazır olun bekler.
So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I wonder, can these guys take damage from the players, whereas if they do attack order or a attack ground order? In Company Heroes 1 and 2, you can get the attack order can be used to destroy static weapons. This is built upon the same engine. So in theory, if you use the attack order, which is also known as attack move, it will likely be able to manually target it. Let's see. I currently have sign selected. Anyway, I can cast it myself. No, I don't think I can try casting as an observer. Dude, now the red palace not being set up from the field. The pink palace is going on up. Signs to pull out some basic walls there. I don't know why. That was, he's trying to engage the red palace Gansel's like, yeah, I'm gonna run away from that. That thing will mutilate you. And that is all not traversable ground there. So there is still cliffside there. Big engagement, mass magno volley there. Only some damage from Janissaries. It could have been far worse for Cyan. And now the red pile's not pulled in the field. We'll get some bolts. And the Istanbul Observatory not being established. Got a keep here as well. The Spearmen and Janissaries need to rotate around. Good archer core by the French. Good hits there. Good damage there. Archers firing away. And these guys not falling back. Took a bit of fire there. And you can attack order. Yep, you can. So despicable neutrals can be shot at. Like any other despicable neutral in real life. In order to fix this bug, I would say add a required action to the ability, requiring it to be in a state of not neutral. And that may try to cancel out the effect by saying don't be neutral to cast the ability and interrupt the ability. That'd be my hazardous guess of how to fix it. We now have the mining camp going on down there. Relics obtained by Pink. Sign only claim 2. The course goes on down there because it has 50 range armor, while the Red Palace does have 62 damage currently, so 60 base damage bolts. So they will do 10 damage per bolt. And a very good attack speed of 1.5 each. We also have the spyglass being researched by Cyan as a pretty cheap upgrade for your scouts. Archers firing away, does get a bit of fire there on the Spahi. Spearmen getting some good hits there on these Royal Knights. They need to fall back, get some chivalry healing. Very chivalrous of them, running away to live for another day. Probably not living for another day. It's Age of Empires 4. They won't live another 5 minutes. Spy does get a good flank there, gets good damage. For now, no elite Royal Knight just yet. He has gotten, of course, Age 4, going for more range damage. And right now, the French army is eyeing for a very small number of spearmen and a massive number of elite archers. Silk bowstring, incendiary archer bows, arrows probably likely. Lucy's already got it. Enlistment incentives. We do have now Janissary guns. The French player will still need anti-Spahi. Spearmen probably a good choice. Horsemen will be okay choice. It'll be somewhat equal, a bit inferior. Now early bombards. Now a great bombard. Red Palace gets some good damage there. Maybe we should call the early great bombard the fine bombard. Sorry. That was stupid. We do now have this Janissaries forward. Of course, got a good amount of archers here. Silk bow shoots almost complete, getting them a very good range to help deal with Janissaries. Now they're a bit more of a proper hard counter to the Janissaries. They, of course, now have a range of 6.5. Great bombard sieging down the town center. Royal Knights advancing, spearmen engaging. Janissaries fire away. Left side over here. Looks like Spally still haven't picked on off, plus the Arbalist in placement here is doing some good work. Cyan has a massive number of Mangonels, likely from all from the hidden Imperial Armory. Siege works and increased axles being researched by Cyan. Not Cyan, Pink. Siege works by Cyan, increasing health of all siege weapons by 20%. Good direct hit there on the Mangonel. Great Bombard hits the cannon. Doing 100 damage per shot. It gets 85% range assist, so it does 15 damage per hit. Villagers repairing up the French cannon. Janissaries do take a bit of damage here. Archers firing away. Of course, the sinew arrows, they do have pretty good damage there, able to punch through the armor of Spahi and any horseman quite nicely. Ooh, got the Janissary repair there. You know, I rarely ever see that ability, but there's too many archers to really be a good idea. Mangonel's gonna have a bit of trouble ranging them. Right now they have 8 range versus 6.5, so they do outrange the archers, but the problem is it's not a whole lot of extra range and gives plenty of time, with a lot of air time for Pink to dodge those shots. Spotlight push way forward, will take out some villagers, but thanks to the Arbalist replacement, able to defend these villagers okay. How's the guild hall doing? We have 2,300 food and delicious food inside of it. And the French player is now eyeing for chemistry, which is the upgrade for his siege weapons, improving the bonus Santra's gunpowder siege weapons by 25%. Excuse me a moment while I was opening up my drink. Got to keep here. Looks like Pink's gonna try to make a play for this gold deposit. Yep, still got a good number of despicable neutrals. Wait. Could Cyan grab a relic and try converting them? I don't see why not. Does the Wolo conversion does affect specifically enemies or not allies? If it's not allies, then it should be able to convert the neutrals. If it's specific to our enemies, then it may not convert the neutrals. That part I'm not sure. All depends as coded in how the engine sort of works in the in a couple Euros 2. There are of course 3 states. There's friendly. Oh, 4 states when it comes to this sort of thing. You got self, allied, enemy, and neutral. If it's set to enemy units in an area, it will likely which is likely the case, it probably won't be able to affect the neutrals. Because in this game, there's a lot of things that are neutral, such as trees and buildings and all that sort. Some of those villagers do go down there. Got a lot of lancers here. Cyan's going to try to close out the game. The bombards are advancing. Good number of elite knights on the lancers on the field. Elite armor tech is on the way for Pink, going for some elite spearman research, as well as the Ben horsemans. Of course, Capital does have its own Arbalist replacement. Get some decent defense here. Knights or lancers, elite lancers, setting fire to the fields. Archers now advancing because they have bombard on the flank. The Great Bombard has taken severe damage there. Janissary does get finished off there. Great Bombard get hit by some Spearmans and the Mangonel as well. Cyan's losing a decent amount of siege weapons. Pink has a far higher destroyed value. He's been going for trash archers, which have been an excellent counter unit this entire game. because he's went for a heavy amount of Janissaries and Spearmen. Of course, Spearmen are effectively gone, or entirely gone now. Janissaries still exist. Spahi were recently can be soft countered in Age 4. And now the Knights or Lancers are simply not in large enough numbers. Janissaries push forward. Keep does go down there. Pink has a 2,000 destroy or 20,000 destroyed value advantage, which is actually very significant. So Pink is in a good position. Part of the fact that Pink's also done defense, but feels like Pink's has a pretty good handle of the game, and has a pretty good stockpile of wood and gold with some food and a massive stockpile of stone. Does have Tithe Barn, Guild Hall recently withdrawn, and that was probably close to 3,000 food. And which we got a good number of Spearmen Archers queued on top of that, so it looks like French players just going eye for trash and play that way.
Receive.
There's not too much gold left on the map as well. Of course, got this gold deposit here, which has it's been only slightly molested. This gold deposit's been largely obtained. Up north, Cyan's also claimed this one. Cyan looks like he's overall doing a better job with gold collection. However, he's been also having more stuff dying. Pink does have more villagers because it's the French advantage. Pink's keep will be interrupted. Keep does go down there. Archers firing away. Got these Lancers and Spahi. Still looking whittled down. Lancers falling back. Got the despicable neutral still there. So it retains the upgrades, but of course does not follow your opponent's upgrade after the conversion. And if it's anything like, it will probably not receive any future upgrades if the person probably converts them as well from your own side. Cyan is now going for the elite bowstring, has gotten the advanced academies as I predicted. Archers and siege weapons falling in back. Over here we got these Lancers and each of these Archers. Of course, I'm like more rain, been getting a lot of scattered thunder showers for the past month. Bombard getting bracketed by the cannons. Fort Architects being researched by Cyan, or not Cyan, Pink. On the left side, you have a good amount of forces over here. Couple spearmen here, but good number of Spahi and Lancers. Janissaries also here to support. Both sides going to be taking a bit of a beating. Cyan is actually out of food now, has a good reserve of Q going on up. Pink also has a good reserve of Spearman Q on up with some Archers. And Pink is actually low in gold as well, so the guild hall may need to be recast to gold. Still on food. Jancer is firing away. On the left side over here, or right side, Archer's taking some damage there. Do now this keep here, which does have its Arbalest in placement. No boiling oil research. None of these cannons may be going down now. Good number of those cannons do go down, but Pink still has a higher destroyed value, above 20,000 now. Over here, got the Lancers and Horsemen backing on off. Ottoman player is not pop cap, nor is the French player. The French player is low on food now and going for royal biology, or royal bloodlines.
Düşmanlar bizi ateş eder.
Bit of rounds there on the keep. Palisade wall and gate going on up, repairing the damages there. Got the keep over here, just taking out some various basic structures. Down south, got this Paul. He engages some villagers. Do got a keep down here, and a good number of farms being established over here. Things pretty spread out there, but so far it has been too punching because of that. Pink does have a good number, keeps across the map. There's a bit of gold here. Yellow or pink may need to start eyeing it. Only has 500 to bank, and that's probably all gold or relic income at the moment. Pink's obtained 2 secret sites. Cyan has 1. And I got the spy lancers before. Janus is getting nailed by those archers. Over here, no villagers in this region. In fact, there's actually nothing garrison. Not sure where all the villagers went. Pink has less villagers for the moment on the field as well. To get out more trash units. Archers gain some damage there. Spearmen pursuing. Oh, on the right side. Ooh, I don't know what the other siege weapon was, but one great bombard went down there, and another siege weapon, regardless what it is, valuable, goes down as well. Spearmen trying to engage over here. But of course, this force is quite high quality. Got a good round of archers now pushing down over here, and this force does win that fight. Keep over here, took some hits there, probably from the siege weapons there. Probably was double great bombard. These forces backing on off now. Villagers do go down there. We do have this wall segment being cleaned up by the French cannon. More wall segments go on down. And I got the spotlight trying to retaliate. Got some spearmen to intercept, as well as some archers. Looks like some of these villagers do go down. Ink is getting a little bit stretched, a little bit too thin, looks like. So Pink right now has over 30,000 destroy value, a 50% value increase or 30% less, depending which way you look at it. That is quite massive. Both players have max up population. The French player has good stockpile resources. The Ottoman player not so much. The French player, of course, does not have 30,000 in the bank, so. Granted, there was a good number of villagers that went down, but probably not 30,000 worth. Archers slowly picking off those spearmen. Both players are fully maxed out archers. Sipahi now engages this cannon. Got some more reinforced spearmen. And French player could start eyeing for the quality. He has not all the blacksmith upgrades. A little bit of melee armor could help out versus Sipahi. Extra range armor probably wouldn't be half bad as well. He's going for more melee armor now. Gets out another one of the royal cannons. With this stockpile of resources, he could try a nice transition to, actually with the amount of archers, horsemen would be good. That looks like more of the despicable neutrals went down. I wonder if they were actually misclicked with an attack move. Because actually, more accurately named as it should be called attack order. Since you can mainly target stuff that's not usually targetable. Elite Royal Knights has not been researched. I saw the research briefly popped up there. So can't do a Royal Knight transition. Have to do perhaps a Horseman transition. Has plenty of food and wood for it. And actually out of gold as well. How's the guild halls now tasked with gold? Some of the villagers will be going down. He started to see some more horsemen go in the field, and this Pink has been going for just trash this entire time. The majority part, pretty much all of Pink's gold has been going to those cannons. The Ottoman players are going to some more Janissaries, and Bombards who strike the keep quite hard. Horseman gains some damage from the Sipahi. Ottoman player doesn't have too much gold either. And the French player is actually getting pretty low on wood. Just trying to grab this keep up here. Pink's now trying to gaze the archers. Both sides are actually going for archer horsemen, like cavalry. Of course, Pink has a good number of spearmans. Bombard striking the royal cannons, or just cannon. Great Bombards getting hit by those royal cannons and vice versa. Sign is going for a big round of Janissaries. Has still plenty of food and wood in the bank. Gold, of course, scraping the bottom barrel. The French player has some gold to work with, though really don't super for man at arms production with that ratio. Horsemen trade forward. Good shots there. Archers firing away. Spearmen getting some good hits on the Sipahi. Sipahi are largely down. Got a big round of horsemen, and spearmen being put up by the French player. Ottoman players going for more Sipahi, going for more Janissaries, as well as some more archers. Janissaries may just be blown up by the military academies at the moment. Horsemen straight forward, spearmen advancing. The despicable neutrals are getting knocked around a little bit and cause some blocking issues. Archers now firing each other there. Some Janissaries are being picked on off. Got another meta being played on player for a force multiplier. There's still some gold on the map here, 1,000 gold, and Pink's picking up that gold there. So Pink is now getting some decent amount of gold income. Autumn player is out of gold. Archer's trying to fall back there. We got some horsemen trying to gain some more villagers. Elite Royal Knight research now on the way for the French player. He's maybe going to try to finish out high quality reinforcements. Start queuing up now while the research is completing. He doesn't have enough production queue going because he's not maximum population cap. Horsemen advancing, spearmen advancing as well. Archers find the back line. Looks like it's just generally hitting the Spahi and that gate up there. Metro now in the region, able to improve the attack speed of these nearby units. Great bombards putting some rounds into the middle of those archers. Looks like a bit of a stalemate, but looks like French players backing on off. And has a 30,000 destroyed value advantage. Guildhall has 2,600 gold in stockpile. So withdraw and just get a massive queue of Royal Knights. Looks like there is a massive queue of Royal Knights. Oh, and Pink has gone for the traders. May not have the, whatever called, the commerce trade. Get some passive gold. Serpentine gunpowder not being researched by the French. I'm not sure why he's going for Serpentine gunpowder. He's nothing against any melee infantry. There's way too many archers to counter his hand cannoneers. Maybe just want something to help engage the Spahi. We do have some Royal Knights now being put in the field, and I think they are fully upgraded. So Canted Saddles, Chivalry, Royal Bloodlines, all that sort. Though he is missing some melee armor. We do have now the Merchant Guild's research, that's what it's called. Chamber of Commerce is, of course, the Age 2 landmark. Got more supply in the build queue, as well as a handful of archers. Janissaries as well, largely from the military academies, I would hazard a guess. And right now, the Spahi will be an okay unit. Spearmen will be good, better counter versus the Royal Knights, but of course, there's archers in the back lines. So Spahi could be just good journalists, heavy cavalry front, or medium cavalry, I should really say. Gotta keep not being satisfied by Cyan. Puts around the cannon there. Great Bombar is going too far forward. Don't be chasing the cannon. Pink's army does get cleaned up there, but we do have a massive round of Royal Knights being pulled in the field. And Pink could be able to break through with a high quality army. Still, of course, the despicable neutrals here. This may be the last fight here. Janissaries, archers backing on off. Royal Knights able to push on forward. Their sheer quality is just breaking through. There's not too many Janissaries in the field. Of course, we got a big round of spearmen just providing some extra mass. Archers in the back line help counter out the Janissaries, as well as just get some good damage onto the archers. Now the increased melee armor for the French now being researched. Pink still trying to break out here as well. Great bombards firing away. Science bringing some good reinforcements. Rounds of Pahi there. Being supplied a big round of Royal Knights. also have 38 Royal Knights afield, spending the last of the gold reserve and food reserve. Ottoman player only has food and wood at the moment. And Pink also has all secret sites captured on up, so that is a win condition being developed by Pink. Cyan's able to hold on the front line now. Pink's going to fall back and reinforce. Does take a bit of time to build Elite Royal Knights. It says 35 seconds there, but I'm pretty sure the military academies not get applied. Trying to find a stable. Nope. 22 seconds. Elite Spearman not being reached by the Ottoman player. Huh, he hasn't got the Elite Spearman yet. He's going for regular Spearman at the moment. Though Elite Royal Knights will beat the Elite Spearman 1v1 combat. So the Royal Knights are highly population efficient. Royal Knights charge right forward. Now this may be the last conflict. Arch in the back line, able to counter both Spearman and Genesis, so it doesn't really matter what they attack at this moment in time. Metro here could be a good priority target though, because it is a force multiplier, may able to make everything better. But I think the sheer quality of the Elite Royal Knights is going to allow Pink to break on through. First player is not too much gold. Just need to focus on food and calm down. Pink's able to break on through. Does not get any hits there on those Janissaries. You've got some French hand cannons point of view. Pink's starting to fall back now. Pink's still in a pretty good position there. Cyan is scraping the bottom barrel for gold and wood, as well as stone. Only getting some of that stuff passively through gold income from relics. 6-side trying to be captured there. 6-side victory is of course being paused with time frame. And Cyan does back out in the game. This and grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.